Hello ladies, and welcome to the next installment of my Living with Vitality video blog series. So I am Danny, I'm the founder and owner of Living with Vitality by Danny, and I'm your women's empowerment and vitality coach. So today is vitality is a feeling. Let's ditch the scales and diets. And I mean that. When you are waking up feeling the way that you want to, when you're going about your day feeling invigorated, energized, feeling happy, life is flowing, there's minimal stress, you know how to deal with any stress that comes into your life. All of that is a feeling, and all of that adds to your vitality. If I ask you to think back to a moment in your life when you were most happy, that is where the vitality lives. When everything just feels amazing, when people are asking you what is going on in your life because your skin's glowing, you're vibrant, there is that vibe that is infectious. That is vitality. Making the best decisions for what you want and how you want to feel is vitality. Now, my journey started off in a very unvitalized way, if that's even a word. I've just made it up. Before I found a lifestyle that felt good, and I feel that this stemmed back from my days as a professional dancer, and I would have to go to auditions, and if I didn't fit the part, and they were really specific, your butt's too big, your thighs are too big, you're not tall enough, you're not this, you're dark haired, you've got green eyes, so specific, so ruthless, then I would start to beat myself up. And a way that I could control that was by controlling how my body looked. So I would get a tape measure and measure around my arms and measure around my thighs and measure my hips every single day. And I carried this on for 8 years. And I would try and keep my food to a strict amount of calories and macronutrients, and life was just miserable. So as well as measuring myself every day, I'd also weigh myself way too many times. And so this is where a lot of my now mindset and ethos comes into play. So my ethos is I choose to feel good. From that, vitality can only come into play. So when I choose to feel good, I make decisions in alignment with that one simple statement, and that is how I turned around this whole restriction. And I could have got down to a size 4. I didn't, because I'm not meant to be tiny. I was a size 6. I was so much smaller, but I tell you what, there was no vitality in that house. I was dead behind my eyes. It was not a joy. So that's how my journey started, and that's how I went into my ethos with the mindset of I choose to feel good. And that is not being happy the whole time, because that's unrealistic. But what do I need in this moment to navigate through this moment, be it good, be it bad, to feel good? Vitality gives you freedom. How freeing is it when you're not restricting? When the diets are thrown out the window, when the scales are thrown out the window, when you don't have to be a certain dress size, a certain shape. You can have whatever kind of hair you want, shaved head, blue hair. You don't have to berate yourself for eating something you shouldn't have eaten. You don't have to have a cheat day because you've been great all week, because we all know what happens with cheat days and restriction. We fall off that wagon big time. You are able to just enjoy your life the way you want to, impacting the others around you to ripple out and also feel amazing. That is vitality. So over 3 years ago, I started out excitedly as a holistic nutrition coach, and I was all about writing the food plan and helping women lose weight and stop dieting and basically make them feel the way that they wanted to feel, but by giving them a food plan with very carefully calculated calorie breakdown and macronutrient breakdown in alignment to how heavy they were now and what they wanted to do and how they wanted to lose, and rigid structure. And I very quickly learned that, well, what do you mean you're not able to stick to this food plan? It's all written out here for you. You just need to go and buy your groceries and do it. What I wasn't factoring in is what happens when they're at the end of a shitty day and they have that glass of wine or biscuits or ice cream or whatever else it is. What happens when there has been years of programming of turning to food for comfort when they may be bored or stressed or lonely or angry or frustrated. When it's 10 o'clock at work and everyone goes down to the cafe and has a pie and hot chocolate. Well, I guess I'll do that too. So there was so much that I was missing by just writing a food plan for people, and that is not vitality. That is just restriction and diet all over again. So what's more appealing to you? Weighing yourself every single day and then beating yourself up if you're 200 grams heavier? Or living life the way that you want it to, with no restriction, with no guilt, when everything is literally on the table? I actually used this as an example the other day with a client of mine. If you want to have chocolate for breakfast, go for it. Do it. Because as soon as you're allowed to do it, you won't do it. You might try it for one day and realize that you really do not want chocolate for breakfast. So when there's no restriction, when you simply want to have something because you feel like it for no other reason, do it. I did a Facebook Live, almost a year ago, where I was flying to the Gold Coast for a retreat, and I hadn't had one of these delicious morsels for a very long time, and I'm talking about a Krispy Kreme original glazed ring donut. Yes, I am talking about a piece of junk food which I don't even know how much sugar is in it. I just felt like it, and that was my breakfast, and I loved it. And I moved on, and I did not hold myself to any kind of guilt or what are you doing having a donut for breakfast? Do I do it every day? Absolutely not, because I don't want to feel terrible. And that's where I bring it right back to my ethos of I choose to feel good. So ladies, vitality is a feeling. How do you want to feel? Do you want to wake up with energy? Do you want to be able to wake up without an alarm? Do you want to be the kind of mum that responds to her children, that she doesn't snap at them and not give them the time of day that she knows that they deserve and they want? Do you want to be more present in your life? Do you want to be able to literally open up that imaginary window and throw the scales out there and throw every other diet out there as well? If you do, I have something for you. This is exactly why I do what I do. I want women to have that absolute freedom to be living with vitality, because it is a feeling. That wellness, that health, that vitality is a feeling. It's not a dress size. It's not what we're told to be by the media, by the magazines. It's how we feel in here, which radiates out there, and you cannot escape that. So, like I said, I have something for you. I have one of 3 Vitality Ignition sessions that I offer every week to women that know there must be change for what they want. So if you are on a laptop, click to my right. You can apply for your session there, or if you're on a cell phone, click below me. Apply for your session now. There is no time like now. I'll see you soon.